While millions of North Koreans face severe food shortages, rigid state control, and extreme poverty, Kim Joo-ae, the daughter of North Korea's supreme leader Kim Jong-un, lives in unimaginable luxury. She enjoys designer fashion, gourmet cuisine, and an elite education that sets her apart from the rest of her country's citizens. However, the most shocking aspect of her life is not just her wealth. It's the growing speculation that she may already be holding more power than the world realizes. Could she be the next leader of North Korea? The increasing number of public appearances she has made alongside her father suggests that she is being positioned for something significant. Here's a closer look at the extraordinary life of Kim Joo-ae and the possibility that she is being groomed to lead the most secretive nation on earth. A life of luxury in a country of hardship. Kim Joo-ae's childhood is a stark contrast to the lives of ordinary North Koreans. While many citizens struggle to secure enough food, her daily meals consist of imported delicacies, including the finest meats, cheeses, and desserts sourced from the world's most luxurious suppliers. International sanctions against North Korea are meant to cut off access to such goods, but the ruling family finds ways to bypass them, ensuring their lavish lifestyle remains untouched. Her home is not just a residence, it's an extravagant palace. Unlike most North Korean families who live in cramped apartments with unreliable electricity, Joo-ae's home features private movie theaters, heated swimming pools, lush gardens, and state-of-the-art security. Power outages, which are common in North Korea, never affect her. Backup generators ensure her world remains uninterrupted. Her wardrobe further highlights her untouchable status. In one of her public appearances, she wore a $1,900 Christian Dior coat, an item so expensive that the average North Korean worker would have to save for years to afford it. She has also been seen wearing high-end Gucci sunglasses, and even at a military missile launch, she stood out in a pink fur coat, a material reserved only for the ultra-rich. An education designed for a future leader. Unlike other North Korean children, who are subjected to strict government-controlled education filled with propaganda, Kim Joo-ae's learning experience is entirely different. Reports suggest she is privately tutored, receiving elite instruction in subjects such as global politics, military strategy, and diplomacy. She may also be fluent in multiple languages, a skill that would be invaluable for an international leader. While regular North Korean students are forced to memorize state-approved textbooks and are cut off from outside information, Joo-ae likely has access to a wealth of knowledge that is kept hidden from the public. Her upbringing is carefully curated to ensure she gains the intelligence and skills necessary to maintain control over the nation in the future. Even her hobbies suggest a path toward leadership. Unlike ordinary children who play in government-approved playgrounds, her leisure activities include horseback riding, a pursuit historically associated with royalty and military leaders. North Korea has long used imagery of its leaders riding white horses to symbolize power and divine right. By engaging in the same practice, Joo-ae is being positioned as a continuation of that legacy. Strategic public appearances. Kim Joo-ae's presence at North Korea's most high-profile military events is no coincidence. Since her first public appearance at a missile launch in 2022, she has been seen at major parades and weapons demonstrations. Each appearance seems to serve a specific purpose, reinforcing her image as an important figure within the regime. In early 2023, she was seen standing beside top military officials during North Korea's 75th Armed Forces Anniversary celebration. Soldiers, tanks, and ballistic missiles paraded before her as the tightly controlled North Korean media showered her with praise. The press even referred to her as General Morningstar, a title linked to her great-grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea. This was not a random gesture, it was a carefully calculated move to signal her importance. High-ranking generals were even seen whispering to her and clapping alongside her, an act of deference that would be unthinkable for an ordinary citizen. In a country where even the most powerful military leaders must prove their loyalty to the supreme leader, their respect for Joo-ae is a clear indication that she is already being positioned within the ruling elite. The power of her bloodline. Unlike other officials who must earn their place through years of service and loyalty, Kim Joo-ae's authority comes from her bloodline. She is the daughter of Kim Jong-un, which immediately elevates her above everyone else in the country. North Korea operates under a hereditary dictatorship, where power is passed down through the Kim family. Her father's decision to publicly introduce her at key military events is significant. Previous North Korean leaders kept their successors hidden until they were ready to take over. Kim Jong-un himself was largely unknown before he was suddenly revealed as his father's successor in 2010. The fact that Jue is already appearing alongside her father suggests that she is being groomed for a major role in the future. A nation watching her rise. Kim Jue-e's increasing presence has sparked widespread speculation. Intelligence agencies in South Korea and the United States, which previously dismissed the idea of a female leader in North Korea, are now reconsidering. Analysts believe that Kim Jong-un may be preparing his daughter as his successor, ensuring that the Kim family remains in power for another generation. However, there are challenges to this idea. North Korea's leadership has always been male-dominated, and the idea of a female supreme leader would be unprecedented. Some experts believe Kim Jue-e's appearances are meant to reinforce the dynasty's strength rather than establish her as the next ruler. In China, North Korea's closest ally, the government remains silent on the matter. However, Chinese social media is filled with speculation about her future. Could she be the next supreme leader, or is she simply being used to solidify the family's control? The extreme contrast between the rulers and the ruled. While Kim Jue-e's future remains uncertain, what is undeniable is the vast contrast between her privileged life and the suffering of ordinary North Koreans. While she dines on imported delicacies, most North Koreans rely on government-issued food rations, which have been shrinking in recent years. Malnutrition is widespread, and many citizens struggle to find enough to eat. Her father, Kim Jong-un, lives a life of unimaginable excess. Reports suggest he spends millions of dollars annually on alcohol, fine dining, and luxury goods. He owns a private yacht worth $7 million, a fleet of bulletproof luxury cars, and even a bulletproof train, which serves as his personal mobile fortress. Meanwhile, the country's infrastructure crumbles, and its people are denied even basic necessities. What lies ahead for Kim Jue-e? Kim Jue-e is not just the privileged daughter of a dictator, she is a carefully crafted figure within the North Korean regime. Whether she becomes the next supreme leader or remains a symbolic figure, her growing presence is a clear sign that the Kim dynasty is preparing for its next chapter. If she does inherit power, her rule could shape the future of North Korea and its relationships with the rest of the world. Will she follow in her father's footsteps, maintaining an iron grip over the country? Or could her exposure to outside influences lead to a different approach? As the world watches, one thing is certain: Kim Jue-e is more than just a child of privilege, she is a symbol of North Korea's future.